Hello and welcome to the SOS show with James Lott Jr. It is Tuesday, August 29th, 2023. Here on JLJ Media, I'm the super organizer, James Lott Jr. This is 6 tips to an effective list. I love lists. First, I do a thanks and gratitude. Last week was a hard week for I didn't do any shows with this because I had no voice. So I have gratitude to God for giving back my voice so I could express and talk to you. I had no voice. I have given thanks and gratitude to my clients, my organizing clients who have been calling me recently for work. So thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks and gratitude and heavenly birthday to my stepfather, Moses, who passed away earlier this year. It was our first birthday without him on August 23rd. Also, my brother, Max, it was our 7th year since he passed on August 21st. Miss him very much. And then was my brother JR's birthday on August 21st, my other brother. So gratitude to all of them and to my friends and family and everybody in my life. And the Lotties, all you guys. Everybody, I survived the hurricane here in Los Angeles. I survived Hurricane Hillary and the earthquakes we had this week. Something else, kids. Survived it all. I'm getting more organized in my house. I'm finally having a chance to handle my stuff. I'm looking around going, this is just wonderful. But here's something that I want to talk to you about because I usually use lists. I list things. I list things. I have note cards with lists on them. I have lists with lists on them. I have books with lists on them. I list lists of lists. Shows I do. I mean, I love lists. Lists are great. You write them down and you're good. But it makes sure your list will work for you, of course. I do many different things. I tell people, listen to me because I do a lot of different things. So it's a great thing to have. Lists, my Zoom events, my album releases. I mean, I have lists for everything. And I do. I have lists for everything. So I'm telling you, lists makes life easier. I'm telling you. So these are some of the effective ways. I'm just going to give you 6. Something to start with. So I'm going to try to talk slow, write this stuff down. I'm going to say something else. Write this down for you to have it. And actually, this will probably featured in my next book. I'm working on a book, updated book of organizing tips from JLJ Media. So that's coming soon. One, this is something I always talk about, period. Anything you do, you want to make things, your lifestyle changes closest to how you think and act. Write the way you talk and think. Don't be fancy. If you ain't fancy, don't be fancy. Write the way you would think, because sometimes we write stuff down, we may forget exactly what that means. I have done things where I'm like, orange. What does orange mean? I don't know. At the time, I knew what it meant. But a day or two later, I don't know what that means. An hour or two later, I know what that means in my brain. But just write down the way you think. That'll help your brain connect, because it'll just like, oh yeah, I got to do this. Oh, I got to do that next. I got to do that next. I got to do that next. And you may even remember your list right and look at it because you have it written in a way that you would talk and think. 2, just write everything down. Just write it down. No matter how big or small the task, not how big or small the thought, write down. Then I say write. Okay. Now I have, like I said, I have journals and books and stuff. You also have phones. You have tablets. You can write if you don't want to help the carbon footprint, I'm sure. Then go ahead and use those things also. They have things called notes and note taking and stuff. Use that if you don't want to use it, but write everything down. Don't worry about the order. You can always work that later. Just write everything down to your thoughts. I always say that's just most important because you forget that. If you have to, if it's a punch list or any kinds of other list like to-do list, walk around with it. Go in each room and write down what needs to be done. And that's something I always do all the time. I'll go section over in your office, go section by section. After you've written down your list, break it down. I always say 3 ways: priority, secondary, and casualty. Priority is very much like what needs to be done now. These are things you gotta get done. You gotta get them done. You gotta get them done. Secondary is more of like also needs to be done, but can wait a second. It's not as dire. It can also maybe carried over to the next day or another task. And casually are things that definitely can wait, but you want to get them done eventually. So you should have them written down so you can see them. So priority, secondary, casually. Number five, so five, number five. Choose a method of listing. You also had two. Most important, priority to least important. Alphabetical, sometimes that works. By room, however, again, go how the way you would think, or go by the way you would like things to happen. Go by the way what is happening. If you're preparing for, clean the house or preparing for an event or a dinner, what room should you do first to what room should you do least? My thing a lot of times is the bathrooms are last. I start in the kitchen, living room, when you first walk through the door. When you first walk through the door, handle all those rooms first. Kitchen together because you're doing stuff in the kitchen. Then you can go to the bathroom or second bedrooms for coats and stuff. So like go from that. You can also go by blocks of time. From 10 to 12, I'm doing emails. From 12 to 1, I'm doing social media marketing. From 1 to 2, lunch. Like scheduling lunch, scheduling breaks. I do this. Some days like, okay, for the first hour, it's just marketing. I'm social media marketing. I'm marketing whatever the latest stuff is on everything. I like the blocks of time. Days of the week. Sometimes projects dictate that. There you go. That goes back to the priority secondary. Or create your own system, meeting system. You can hire an organizer to help you with that. You can hire me with that. The whole point is to make things easy to check off, easy to see, easy to check out, easy to cross off, all that. So you make it super easy. They can keep track of what's being done. And number 6, last thing is, I just said it, material choice. It could be a phone or a tablet. There's apps, handwrite things out, type them out on a computer, print them out, whatever you want to do. I know try to reduce color of paper. I like paper. But this stuff, see all this stuff I'm writing, I keep it. And there's times also, here's a recycling tip or upcycling tip. Sometimes, because I use only one side, I'm not gonna tear this up, but I'll fold it and tear it and use that scratch paper. Always gotta write down something, or for new lists, use the other side. Make sure that one side is all marked out. But you can also reuse paper. You can always end up using both sides. So there's that too, if you want to upcycle that. So those are your 6 tips, really quick, just something really quick for you guys. I'll have interviews again coming up soon. Right now, everybody's coming back from summer. People go back to school. A lot of my colleagues will be very much available. Shout out to Naples, San Diego. I'll be speaking with them in February. Well, stay tuned for that. I'm doing a presentation, so stay tuned to them. But if you want to hire me for speaking engagements, I'm totally available. I'm doing the course there that I've taught many places, which is my self-care for blank. For the organizer, I did it for the gardener, I did it for the older person, I did it for the perinatal social workers. I have a whole course on that. It's a lot of fun and it's good. It's useful. I know all about that. So check that out. But James Lott Jr., lottahelp.com. Super Organized, Super Organizer Show. Both our pages on Facebook and Instagram, Facebook and X, formerly known as Twitter. Check those out. Everybody take care of yourselves and have a good end of August as we head into September. And I'll have some special shows about getting back to the fall and all that entails. Take care, everybody.